started and end. But I think we are live. I can see comments coming through.
Cool.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, hi.
Should be able to see people's comments as they come through and stuff. So I assume most people who are here probably know who I am in my very last minute 24-hour readathon. But Shanice, would you like to introduce yourself and your channel for anyone who doesn't know you?
Sure. Hi. Hey, I'm Shanice from the channel Shanice Noel. And yeah, I also have a booktube channel, and I'm excited to be reading with you guys.
Yeah, so I don't really have a plan for this. I don't even know how long we're doing this for. I just saw it all went a bit last minute, but we'll read until everyone's kind of done. But yeah, plan is just sort of to chat for a bit. We'll chat about what we're reading. You guys can let us know what you're reading. Obviously, if you have any questions for either of us, feel free to just leave them in the comments, and we can do whatever. Chat for a bit, read for a bit, etc. until everyone gets bored. It's the very vague plan. So yeah, I will start. I am just about to start Bone Shard Daughter. That is harder to say than I thought. By Andrea Stewart. This is the November book for a book club I help host called FAES and Gaze. I'm very excited. I think it's adult high fantasy with LGBT rep. I think. I might be wrong. Everyone seems to be loving it though, so I'm very optimistic. But yeah, I'm going to be starting this.
Exciting. I'm also going to be starting a new book, so we're on the same page there. And I'm going to be starting The Bone Ships by R.J. Barker. It's about dragons. That's all I really know. So
Nice. Dragons are always a big selling point.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Also, what is it with every book having the word bone in the title? I've just finished Daughter, Smoke and Bone. I'm about to read Bone Season.
Oh.
Bone Ships, Bone Shard. Oh my gosh.
It's a theme of the day.
It's just the thing. What's everyone reading? Jasmine is still reading Daughter, Smoke and Bone.
Well,
and needs to start Bone Shard. I love it. Just everyone's just behind. Aren't we all? What is this? The Extremely Inconvenient Adventures of Bronte and Meddlestone. I have never heard of that, but that sounds interesting. I like that title a lot. Aqua, yeah. Someone needs to bully me into reading Aqua. I will get there, I promise. Reading Wondersmith and Raven Tower. God. Oh, continue Bear and the Nightingale. I really need to read Bear and the Nightingale. I've said it so many times. I need to read it. Good. Yeah, I've got it on December TBR. We'll see if I actually get to it. Hopefully.
Sure.
Ooh, Thunderhead. If you get to the end of that in this stream, good luck to you. Just good luck to you. Honestly, the end of that book is insane. Oh my god. Braver Than I. You've read lots of Sanderson, haven't you, Shanice?
Yeah, I actually have the 4th book on my December TBR.
Yeah.
It's still my favorite, though. It's so good.
Oh, I need to. Why am I so scared of those books? They're just too big.
I mean, yeah, they're huge. They're really intimidating.
They are just absolutely giant. Oh my god. Reading Cemetery Boys. I absolutely love Cemetery Boys. It's one of my favorite books I've read this year.
I really want to read that.
It's so good. Right. Does anyone have any questions or anything? Obviously said, just drop them. We can just chat. I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to get ahead. Reason for doing this last minute is just trying to get my November TBR kind of finished, because having tried very hard to not get a big December TBR, I've ended up with 9 books, and it actually looks like quite intimidating. And I'm not sure how I did that, but great. Yeah. That'll be interesting. So just make sure I'm not trying to finish November at the same time.
Yeah, I am very lucky, as in I was in a bit of a slump when I chose my November TBR, so it was pretty small and I finished. But now for December, I have a huge TBR. So yeah. You'll
get it though. You'll get through it. Oh, Maddie's asking how flat hunting's going. I've applied for a flat. I'm waiting to hear if I'm getting it or not. But if I do get it, my move-in date is the 7th of December, which is like very soon, and I have not started getting ready to move because I didn't expect it. So I might be interesting. Oh, Alison's appeared. Hi.
Hi.
Right. So I think we'll probably start reading at 5 past. How long do people want to read for? How long do people want to read for? Wait, people say. You will pass your Goodreads goal. I am. I set a really low goal this year, so I've managed to get past mine. What about you, Shanice?
Yeah, I kept upping mine, and I'm now at like 160 something books, so I'm fine. I'm happy again. But Yeah, I am past it now. Yeah, I read a lot this year.
Yeah, I set mine at 72 because I was planning to read like more adult fantasy, and then I've read, I think it's my 104th book now, so I'm not going to up it anymore. I'm just like, it can just stay on 72, and I just enjoy looking at Goodreads. It's like, you're like 120% complete. I'm like,
yeah,
thank you.
Really nice. I'm the same.
I mean, I think that's a brilliant use of sprints, Alison. That's really sensible, that. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What are we doing? So everyone's saying 20 minutes? We will go with 20 minutes, which oh, look at that. I have a banner set up ready from last time. How convenient is that? So yeah, let's read until about 25 past.
Okay.
Okay, so that's been 20 minutes. I don't know how to move the banner. There we go. How did you do? How much did you manage to get through?
I am almost done with my chapter. I just need one more page. So I'm on page 19. So I read around 19 pages. So yeah.
I'm on page 19 as well.
Oh, that's a coincidence. Okay.
How did all of you guys do? I'll go back through some of the comments we got. Oh, Katie's appeared and approves of what we are both reading. Badge of honor from the person who has read every fantasy book in existence, I'm pretty sure.
I think so too.
What is everyone reading? Oh wow, that's really cool. Look at that.
Oh, that's so nice. I love that. BookTube motivates me so much to read too.
It really does. I feel like I can, because I only got back into reading like 3.5 years ago now. God, it's been a long time. But it was like right around the time that I found BookTube and stuff, and all of a sudden, just endless books. What's everyone reading? Oh, whoa, loads of comments just came through at once. Here we go. 31 pages, 41 pages, Whoa. 32. You'll read so fast.
Yeah.
27. Oh, Katie's reading Mad Ship. I need to read Robin Hobb.
I need to move on to that trilogy soon too.
Page 20. 20. Thunderhead's good. You'll get into it. Yes, Fortuna Sworn.
I need to read that one.
Good. You should. It's very good fun. I need to read the sequel, and I think the third one comes out in like a few days as well, which is exciting. 15. 15 of Starless Sea. Oh, I love Starless Sea.
I love it too.
So good.
Yeah, it is.
17, 14. Oh my god, reading furniture. I'm scared of Tolkien. I honestly am. I've not even read The Hobbit. It scares me.
Yeah, my grandma gifted me The Hobbit for my birthday when I was like 9 or 10, and so I've been a bit traumatized from that because I think I was a bit too young to read it. I don't know. I didn't really understand it, you know?
Yeah, I feel like it's one. Everyone says it's like classic children's book, and I'm like, is it though?
Yeah, it's not really to me anyway.
Yeah. Someone's read 88 pages. How? Teach me your ways.
Is that the new Sophie Anderson book? I don't know if
so,
it's
yeah.
her book, right?
Yeah, I've heard there's a lot of sprints going on today. There's some more going on, I think, at 8 as well, because I've got some at 8 and I think someone else does. There's so many sprints going on today. Everyone's just reading all day. It's great.
It's a reading Sunday.
Oh, I love that. And that's literally the exact number of books I read the year I got back into reading, which is very satisfying. When is the live show? We haven't actually put the announcement up yet, but you guys can get an early sneak peek because I'm the one that needs to take the announcement. I keep forgetting to do it. So it's next Saturday at 6 p.m. UK time is when that'll be, and it will be on my channel. So I will be putting that announcement up in the next few days, I promise you all, but that's when FAES and Gaze will be discussing Bone Shard Daughter for anyone who's already read it and wants to come and chat with us. Someone's reading Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I didn't pick this one up. I was like, I liked Hunger Games, but I was just too nervous. And I feel like it's been getting such mixed reviews.
I've heard the same.
Yeah. 44 Beautiful Broken Things. Oh, that's so exciting. Getting out of slumps is the best.
Yeah. I love that feeling.
Reading Sprints and Christmas Decorations. Yeah, agreed. Best combination. It's so cute. I feel like I'm being really bad at announcing live shows. There is also a date for the Dose Have a Long live show. That is also next Saturday at 8 p.m. UK time. I promise these announcements will be going up on Twitter. I just need to make graphics and I keep forgetting to do it. But they are happening. What are you guys reading? I'm reading The Book Wanderers. I've not heard. Is that Tilly in The Book Wanderers? The by Anna James.
I think so.
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
Okay, I've not actually heard anything about the ending of Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I've just heard people like complain about the writing style. So that's interesting. Interesting. Okay. I love seeing what you're reading. Oh, what's this? What wild song is this? Ooh. That's a mood. It's been me when I move, like how many of the books that I bought in the last month am I just going to be like, maybe not.
Oh yeah, Pages and Co.
Yeah. I need to read that. It seems really cute. I don't read a lot of middle grade though. I enjoy it, but I feel like it never quite hits the mark for me. So I get nervous reading it.
I only enjoy like really specific middle grades too. I actually DNF'd this one, but it's also because you can really relate to all of the classics, you know, like the children's classics. I've never really read them, so.
Yeah, no, I think like I know of them through other people, but I'm similar. I never really read children's classics at all. I think the only classic I read as a child was Black Beauty, and that was because at school we like had to read all the time. And the only books I would agree to read were about horses, and they got fed up of me reading horse books, so they gave me Black Beauty. I'm like, that's a horse book. I was like, I'm not sure that counts, but okay.
Oh, I've never read that one.
I found it very boring, but I was also about 10, so I'm not sure it was really suited. Oh my god, a Christmas middle grade. See, that seems fun.
I would like to read that too. That sounds really cute.
I'm definitely going to be looking that up. Alison coming through with the recommendations. Oh god. Reading slump this month. Do you have any suggestions how to get out of one? Because I've only read one book. Oh, do you have any suggestions for getting out of reading slumps?
I mean, it depends, I guess, on what you like to read and stuff. I know you mentioned in your life this morning as well, like reading a chapter of every book and stuff like that. That really helps me too. And also sometimes reading outside of what you usually read. For me, like I pick up a romance book and then
I'm the exact same.
find through it. Yeah,
I'm the same. If I'm reading a lot of fantasy and I'm feeling like slow and slumpy, then I'll just pick up a romance because I always fly through them. And it's just mixing it up. And as Shanice said, I said in my live earlier, reading sort of one chapter or something can be really good, because if you're not instantly grabbed by it, don't try and continue. You're just going to dig yourself down further. Find something that like you are just wanting to keep reading. And also don't put pressure on yourself. Like everyone gets into slumps. You'll get back out of it. Just sort of wait it out, which sucks, but
definitely pressure only makes it worse, I feel like, because then you're starting to kind of hate reading and then it gets even worse.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone has said maybe try House and Cerulean Sea if you don't love middle grade. That is one of my favorite books I've read this year. So yes, absolutely.
I want to read that so soon. I've heard literally nothing but amazing things about it.
Yeah, it's so good. And I mean, everyone talks about how like wholesome and how cute it is, and it is definitely both of those things, but it also deals with a lot of like actually quite deep issues, but in a really gentle way, and it's just so good. More slump suggestions: graphic novels, short stories, and novellas. Yeah, I agree with that. Get anything you can get through quickly, so you get that sense of accomplishment.
Exactly.
Oh my god, people doing mini Polarathon next week. I feel like
I might also join.
Yeah, I was considering it, but I just feel like I don't have the right books for it. I just don't know what to read.
I only have Frostheart 2, which I guess would be good, but like that's it. So that's the only thing I would be reading then, I guess.
Yeah, I considered trying to see if I could spend the weekend and do the whole His Dark Materials trilogy in a weekend, because that counts, and then decided that was utterly stupid, and then I'm not doing it. Just a bad idea.
Speaking about children's classics, I guess, I don't know if it's like a classic yet, but I did read that as a child. And when I tried to reread it 2 years ago, I was like, how did I understand any of this? It's pretty complicated.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing, though, as kids, like, you kind of skirt over all the complicated bits and just get the basic story, but then you're also missing out on so much.
Exactly.
What's this? Oh, people doing Clear Your Shit. I'm so behind with Clear Your Shit. It's ridiculous. I'm on like week 2 and we're in week 4 now. I'm so behind. I've still got my list of books. If I get through them all, I'll count it as vaguely a success. But it's such a cool readathon though. It's so much fun. The Twitter is my favorite thing.
I've never done that before.
It's a new readathon. It's just, if you go on the Twitter, they've got a narrator running it who is just sassy and horrible to everyone, and it's brilliant. It's great fun. Anytime anyone says like, oh, I'm starting with this readathon, then Rita's just like, this is not what I'm being paid for. And it's brilliant. I'm loving the Twitter.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
Reading slumps, have fun. Yeah. Don't stress about it.
Yeah. That's one of the most important things.
Ooh, this could be interesting. Thoughts on the love triangle trope? Ooh.
For me, 14-year-old Shanice loved it. Like, absolutely the best thing ever. And now, maybe sometimes, really sometimes, if it's done really well. But
yeah, I agree. I like it only if you really can't tell which way it's going to go.
yeah,
It frustrates me when it's completely pointless. So, like, in Akamath, at the beginning of Akamath, obviously they just, like, ruined, what is his name? Tamlin, and just made Reese the interesting one. It's like, oh, it's a love triangle. Like, well, it's not, because you know which way it's going within 2 seconds. So that's frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's like
just waiting for it to be over, kind of.
Yeah, when it's like the genuine back and forth and you don't know what's going to happen, then it's quite interesting. That can get really fun. As long as people aren't being like dicks trying to vie for someone's attention, like not having that. Yes, everyone does this. Read all the short books at the end of a readathon when you realize you're not finishing it.
Same.
That is by far the best approach. Oh, people talking about storied graph. I tried it and I genuinely didn't understand it. It's like a Goodreads alternative. And I got the website up and I just couldn't understand what I was meant to do. So I kind of gave up far too quickly, which is probably really bad, but I tried.
Yeah, I saw it going around, but also I need something that's really well established before I'm ready to leave my years that are documented on Goodreads behind, because I have so many books logged on there. I'm kind of scared to go to a different website.
Yeah. Right. We should probably get into the next sprint soon. So how long do people want to read for this time? Let us know. I have my Christmas tree up in my room. Oh my god, that's amazing though. All the books.
I love it. My birthday is also next month, and it's always all of the craziness in December, and then you have to wait another year before you get it.
Yeah, my birthday's in June, so it's like kind of perfectly spaced out. I have 6 months between. Works quite well. I get twice a year where I can just get all the books and not feel guilty. I have seen this. You can export your Goodreads library and move it across to Storygraph, but I did it, and I think it said only about 70% of it successfully transferred, and then I would have had to gone through manually and find what didn't, and I was like,
that's a lot of work.
I have like too many books saved for this. Anyway, people, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 15 minutes. That's lots of options.
Yeah.
15 minutes, 20 minutes. Need a consensus. I'm saying. Wait for all the comments to load. 20?
I would say 20 because it's in between two. It's in between 15.
Yeah, 20 is quite good, right? So if we start in a couple of minutes, I've got a banner set up for read until 10:02.
Okay.
What's this? We'll start in about 2 minutes. Okay, we'll read for 20 minutes, starting about 2 minutes, but we'll quickly do a few more chatty bits first. But yeah, audiobooks. I need to get into audiobooks. I don't ever use them because my focus is non-existent. I just zone out. But like, I listen to podcasts, so I'm sure I could do it.
If you listen to podcasts, you can definitely do it. Although I do think podcasts can be easier because they're like episodes and quick.
Yeah.
But I think if you just listen to audiobooks while doing very mindless things, I always do it when cleaning and stuff or under the shower. Like start with that, because I cannot listen to them when doing nothing. I don't know why, but I can't do that. But they are really great for reading, when you're busy especially.
Yeah, I think the thing as well, which I've always struggled with, is because I have listened to like a bit. I got Daisy Jones and the Six to listen to on audiobook to reread it. And I got torn between it's too slow at the normal speed, but you lose like the ambiance if you speed it up. That's like the tone. And I was like, I don't know which I want more, to listen to it at a speed that I can actually keep up with or like enjoy the acting. And it really frustrated me. So I just stopped.
I understand.
I do need to get into them though. I'm gonna, especially when I get busier and I'm doing lots of like household jobs and commuting, I think it's gonna be very useful. I end up doing a lot of driving. So.
Yeah, definitely. But maybe first like listen to it while reading along. I don't know, maybe
that
would feeling.
Yeah, it might be a good way to sort of start training myself to actually focus on it.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do some reading. The banner has deleted itself. That's helpful. Create a new banner. Oh dear. There we go. Read until 50. Has that worked?
Yeah.
There we go. Right. So we've got 20 minutes. My mum just passed a note in the door to tell me I set the time for 10 minutes, not 20.
Oh.
Let's update that. Oh dear.
Oh right, it's 10 past. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not figure that one out myself.
Me neither.
That's correct.
Take 2.
Oh, Amber had got it in the comments. I just completely didn't see it.
No, yeah.
Okay, I think that's time. I have no idea how much I read that time. How much did you read whilst I figure this out?
I'm now on page 34, so 15?
Yeah, I think I'm on page 38, so I think I did 17, 18 somehow. I thought I was going really slow, but apparently got away with it.
You did well.
Oh God, comment from earlier, since they finished their 13th book of the month. How?
That's a lot.
Amazing. I don't know. I don't actually know how many I've read this month. Maybe 8?
I don't know.
I will work that out tomorrow when I need to film my wrap up.
Yeah, same.
We go 18 pages, 21 pages, 20, 32, another 48. Maya! How do you do it?
250 pages, right? Whoa.
20 pages of Good Luck Girls. I've heard of Good Luck Girls, but I can't remember what it is.
I don't know that one.
20. 30th book of the month!
That's insane. How?
Wow. Ooh, this is an interesting question, quickly.
How do you decide to either pick up a book in English or Dutch? I actually always read in English. Basically, if it's an original work in English, I will read it in English because I don't like to read translated books as much. I actually discussed this recently in my life too, because we were talking about it with other like Dutch-speaking people, that translated works sometimes really do not show how well the author can write, you know, in English, because it's a translator writing now, and sometimes they just don't really, like, they are good in translating, but not good in writing. So I actually always pick up books in English unless it is by a Dutch author, for example.
That's really interesting, and I completely get what you mean with like translated work. Obviously, I only read in English because I'm not lucky enough to speak multiple languages. But there's a book I read called In Paris with You, which has been translated from French, and the author's spoken quite openly about how they worked with the translator. And the translator's an amazing author in themselves, and it's a really, really nice translation. But there's phrases in it which are like very much English idioms, and I was like, that must be a rewrite, not a direct translation, because that's not a phrase that would exist in French. So there is a lot that would change in translations. That makes sense if you can read the original. It's worth doing.
Yeah.
Awesome, Red. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong comments. 20 pages, nice. Ooh, winter book Rex. We all know what I'm about to pull off the shelves. The Night Circus. Do I ever talk about something else? It's my ultimate winter book. I always read it in December. As in, like, I don't read it every December, but I've only ever read it in December, and it just feels so wintry to me. I think it's set in like July, but it feels wintry for some reason.
I also do the same. When you're recommending books for seasons, it's not necessarily set in that season. It just gives you that feeling, you know, like the vibes as if you're in the season. Yeah,
absolutely. Do you have any wintry book recommendations?
A Winter's Promise, because that's fantasy too. That is actually translated from French to English. So maybe that one. The Starless Sea also has somehow a bit wintry vibes to me.
Yeah, maybe. I've heard someone say that Erin Morgenstern's planning to write a book soon, which like has much more of like a spring feel, and I'm so intrigued because I agree. Starless Sea is very sort of wintry as well.
Yeah.
Correct, Alison. You will read The Night Circus next month. I am now holding you to that. You no longer have a choice. I feel slightly attacked, but it's very true. I'm not capable of not talking about Erin Morgenstern and Laini Taylor.
Just my faves.
They're just great. Amber recommending Bear and the Nightingale. Yeah, I think that's going to be spot on for a wintry read.
That's a good wintry read, definitely.
Yeah, Frostheart. Yeah, makes sense.
Right, I should have said that too.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh my god.
I saw that too on Twitter. Yeah.
I hadn't seen that. That's... How does someone get away with that? Does no one check it?
Apparently now it has been called out. It was also with like Sarah J. Maas and Holly Black and stuff. And with, I saw examples that they, was Cassandra Clare, where he said, I'm not straight, I'm not gay, as in like, it's kind of both. And they translated it as I'm straight. So stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah.
That I can't believe people get away with something like that. I realize the banner's still up. Oops. That's awful that people can do that. That annoys me.
Messy.
And it's also so unfair to anyone who's not English speaking, because like it's bad enough that almost like the majority of the books are published in English anyway. But if you then can't even access a reliable translation, that's just such a shame.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my god, what is it? Why? The world, why?
Yeah.
Ugh. Hoping to read The Bear and the Nightingale, yeah. For Jade's actually, Amber, answer me in the comments because I don't know. When are we reading Bear and the Nightingale? Does it coincide with Polathon? Can I make that a Polathon book? I don't know. Amber organised the buddy read. I can't remember when it's organised for. I'm kind of waiting for it to appear in my DMs like, are we reading it now? I'm disorganised. Everyone saying they're reading Night Circus in December is making me very happy right now. Please all do it. And also don't let me, if I say I'm suddenly rereading it, tell me off. Because I'll get tempted if I see everyone reading it. I have no self-control. I'm trying to think of other wintry books. I don't know.
Oh, if you're looking for middle grades, to the chat in general, the Polar Bear Explorers Club is also really cute, and I read that last year for Polathon as well. It's like a whole series. I think you can see it. Where do we go? There, it's right here. But yeah, that one is also cute.
You've read Bear and the Nightingale, haven't you, Shanice?
Yeah, I have.
That's a job for you.
It's about a girl, and it's like in sort of, I don't know, 17th or 18th century Russia, and she lives in this kind of forest, more with like the old ways, and she can see the spirits, and she has kind of like this old magic, but slowly like, I don't know how to pronounce this word, Catholicism?
Yeah, Catholicism.
Yeah, okay. That's kind of rising. And so there's this priest who I think everyone hates, and he's trying to convert everyone to his religion, and it's kind of demonizing her as well. It's kind of that. Like a very, very basic synopsis is about her dealing with that, with these people coming to her town and trying to take these old religions and these really magical, it has such atmospheric vibes as well. So yeah, really good.
That's really interesting, actually. I knew it had something to do with religion, but I don't think I've ever actually read a book that has that much of a focus on religions. That would be really, really interesting.
No, and it feels like I don't know really about it, but it feels really well researched, and like it's also like really focused on Russian folklore and stuff like that. So yeah, it was really interesting. Yeah,
that sounds really good. Okay, so apparently the buddy read is the 15th. I think Polathon's like the 4th to the 6th, so it doesn't. I'm counting it. It's close enough. Close enough. It's the right month. I think for another wintry read, I'm actually gonna shock horror. I'm also talking about Alex E. Harrow. I'm like a stuck record. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a wintry read, but I feel like kind of has the same vibes because it's quite like witchy and it's that very atmospheric kind of slow moving plot. So I do think this would actually kind of work well for a winter read in an odd way. Also, I just want to recommend it at every possible moment because it's amazing.
I really need to read that one. I haven't read anything by them before. The 10,000 Doors of January is also. Yeah. I still need to read that too.
Very good. It's if you like sort of Laini Taylor's writing style and stuff, and Erin Morgenstern's writing style, it's that similar kind of quite lyrical, really, really good.
Cool.
Right. We should probably do the next sprint. Maybe we'll start at 10 past. So how long do people want to read for this time? Do you want to do the same again? Longer, shorter? It's assuming everyone wants to keep going. What does everyone want to do? Alison, I just want everyone to read Starla C and Addie LaRue, to be honest. Yeah, that pretty much sums up me, but with Starla C and, well, any Erin Morgenstern and any Laini Taylor. And this now feels mean to say, but I was kind of disappointed with Addie LaRue, honestly. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. I liked it. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. Sorry, Alison. I apologize.
I really didn't get along with it. It just wasn't really for me, I think.
Yeah, I think I went in expecting too much plot, and it was just sort of like a reflective thing, which was great, but just not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, right. You have to really be invested in the characters, I think.
I think I'd enjoy it more in a reread now that I like understand the whole thing and I could just enjoy the detail of it, but yeah, did not understand it the first time. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Got a variety. I think we're breaking Alison's heart.
I'm sorry.
Love you, Alison.
We have betrayed you.
We've let you down.
Mm.
I like every other V. Schwab book. I still gave it like a 4-star. I thought it'd be a new all-time favorite, and it wasn't, so I was sad. Ooh, Shanice went low.
Yeah, I was considering giving it higher because I just felt like I would disappoint so many people, but it just wasn't for me. But I still think it can be for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I still enjoyed it once I sort of appreciated that it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and also I heard V. Schwab speak about it, which made me sort of understand it more, which helped. But yeah, I thought it'd be like, 5-star, one of the best books I've read this year, and I was like, no, not quite. Anyway, we're going to go with another 20 minutes because we're unimaginative, and that's what everyone's saying. So reading until past, and I'm pretty sure I've done the maths right this time. Call me out if I haven't, because I don't trust myself. But let's get back into it.
Okay.
Right, I think that is time. How much did everyone read? I don't know how much I read. I think I read like 19 pages, which I'm very happy with.
Nice. I read around 16, I think.
Nice. I'm getting through this book. I've seen everyone talk about a certain character in this book, and I think I've just met them, and I get the obsession. If anyone's read it, I've just read, I'm going to say it's wrong, I'm going to say Mephi, and I'm obsessed. And I feel like I've seen lots of people on Twitter like being obsessed with that character, so I get it.
Cool.
What was I going to say? I still want to ask this. What's a great place to start with V. Schwab? I started with the Savage Song and Arjak duet duology, which I think, especially if you're not that into like big adult fantasy, I think it's a really good starting point because it's kind of an urban fantasy dystopian kind of feel, and it's really easy to get into. So I'd recommend that.
Yeah.
I think, Alison said Dark Shade of Magic, which, yeah. How much has everyone read? 20 pages, 35, 24, 6, 31, 26. Oh, Ro knows who's Mephi. Apparently Ro knows. I will find out more soon. People completing pieces of homework. I'm loving this.
Ooh, good job.
12 pages. Oh my god, it's going too quickly. Another 18 pages. Nice. Oh yeah, whole saga volume. Nice. Oh, you've got this, Alison. You've got this. You can draft one more.
Oh.
10 pages of Frost Heart 2. Everyone's doing so well. I love it. Oh, what's this? I'm intrigued with this question. If there's any book you could have published instead of the actual author, what book would you have written and published and why?
Oh my gosh.
That I can't write for shit. So it would ruin any book I would like. It would probably be some like fun queer contemporary. Realistically, I feel like I do not have the brain for fantasy. I can just about make sense of it when reading it. I could not hold it together enough to write it.
Yeah. I feel like maybe this is probably no one has heard of this book, but I recently read The Cruel Stars, and there were a lot of things I would have done differently. Because all of my favorite authors, all of my favorite books, I just like them the way they are. I don't want to rewrite them, I guess. But that one, I would have rewritten that one.
Actually, I would kind of say that for Wilder Girls. I wish I'd written Wilder Girls because I love dystopian and it's everything I should have loved, and the ending bugged me. It needed 50 more pages.
I think I've heard people talk about the ending being a bit controversial.
It just, I remember literally turning over and I assumed there was like another 3 chapters and there just wasn't. And I was like, oh, okay. I then read later like what the author's motivation was, which I do get, but it needed an ending. Yeah, I agree with Amber here. If you like YA, start with Savage Song. If you're more into adult, The Dark Shade of Magic, or Vicious. I think Vicious is also a really good starting point.
I still need to read Vicious. And then she also has middle grades, City of Bones. That one's so good.
Yeah. I read the first one, I've not read the rest of them, but I did enjoy it.
I also read only the first one.
Alison, just claim it. Just pretend you wrote it. No one will ever know.
I was thinking of saying that with like the Wave Kings or something, claiming I created something really impressive.
I love this. The end of Wild Girls was not wild. Agreed. It just, I'm not obviously going to spoil it, but it just stopped. Like,
that's
so
weird.
So much could have happened. I remember because I'd heard so much hype about it, and like Kayla from Books and Lala obviously absolutely loved it and all of this, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna love it. It's dystopian, it's my favorite kind of thing, and I liked it most of the way through. Then the ending dropped my rating like 2 stars worth. I was just like, no. I really liked Vicious. Lots of people saying they liked Vicious. I didn't love Vengeful, and I'm nervous about the 3rd one. I kind of wish it had just been Vicious, but
originally that was the plan too, right? Or
I think, but I'm not quite sure because like I know the Archived was meant to have a 3rd book, but then I read both archived and unbound and didn't feel like it really ended on a cliffhanger. So I'm not sure.
Maybe she's just adding books because I heard that there now will also be a new trilogy in the darker shades.
Yeah, it's Threads of Power is a whole new trilogy. Do I like open endings? Do we like open endings?
I don't.
No, I don't mind them as long as there's kind of like a good reason to it or it fits. So, for example, in like a contemporary, I don't feel like it needs to all be wrapped up with like an epilogue of seeing them happy ever after. I'm happy leaving it as like they ended in a good-ish place and then life will be whatever. But if you just don't end it, no.
It feels weird to me. I had that with Stephen King with one of his books. I also had it with Catherine House. Sometimes it just feels cheesy to me or something, like the end. Like
one of my most annoying things, which I'm not going to say what book it is because that might be a spoiler because it's the end of a series. But the last book, and it's like this really well-rounded series, and it ends perfectly, and it's brilliant. And then the last book says the end, or is it? And I'm like, don't do that. There's no need. Just say the end. You're done.
That's something that annoys me too.
I feel like there's no need. And I can, again, I'm not going to spoil it or say what series it is, but I can kind of see why they did it. But just don't. There's no, don't do it. I love Amber. No, not open endings.
Agreed.
Oh my god, so many things. Ooh, what's this? A heroine you'd like to be in a book or a role model? Ooh, I don't know.
That's a tough question.
I quite like, this is a bit off the wall, and I've not read this book recently enough to know if I necessarily stand by this, but I like Sabran in The Pride of the Orange Tree.
Yeah,
because she's both really strong but also so committed to her people and like doing the right thing and duty bound. I just really respect her. I thought she was always really cool.
Yeah, true.
I don't remember how she developed throughout the book because it's been a long time since I read it, but
oh yeah, I agree with you. I read it like a year ago too, so I also don't know, but hey. What's up? I'm sorry, my boyfriend just came in to announce that he won a Pokemon tournament, so I had to say
nice, well done.
He wants me to say that he won $500. So dollars.
Very nice.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I always think about Jude somehow because I just like how I'm not a badass person at all, and I'm always very scared of things. So I mean, she's cool. So maybe Jude. Yeah.
Someone's asking how far I got through the Mistborn trilogy. I've still only read the first book. I'll read them next year, I promise. I'm scared of the second one. Oh yeah, Ro's calling me out. Wait, Ro, why haven't you finished it?
I also only ever read the first one years ago, and yeah, I see you're saying Victra from Red Rising. Yes, that's what I was thinking of Jude, but like even more badass. I love Victra.
Nari from City of Frost is another one people are saying. I do quite like. Yeah, I need to read more of that series as well. I've still only read the first one. Oh god, so many good books. Just so many good books. I feel like I've missed loads of questions. There's so many. Yeah, someone here. I don't have the imagination for open endings. Yeah, me neither. I get frustrated because I can't just end it myself. I need to know how the author meant for it to end.
It's just not satisfying.
It's also frustrating because then you get like debate online about how it's going to end, and it's like that can be fun to look past the story and see like what people think would happen, but you still have to like decide how it's ending.
Yeah, there's like no closure. It's
yeah. Oh god, everyone just saying read Mistborn. I will read Mistborn. I swear. It's just because the first one wrapped up so nicely. I kind of don't have the motivation to continue because it feels like I'm kind of starting the series again. And also I don't feel like I remember it because it's just such a long book. There's so much in it. I don't know how much I remember, but I'm not rereading it because it's like 600 pages. Right, we should probably do one last sprint. Sure. Should we do another 20 minutes? Is everyone happy with another 20 minutes to end out? See what everyone says. I'm not, I don't agree, I quite liked it, but I can see that. I completely understand that. Oh yeah, I do agree with that, but also an epilogue can be a bit unnecessary sometimes. Normally I like them though. Normally I enjoy them.
It's also in contemporary romance, sometimes you get like 3 epilogues. And then like, with the third one, 10 years later, I'm like, okay, I get it. They're happy. It's cool.
Yeah, there was one contemporary book I read really recently, which this may be a slight spoiler if people want to mute for like 2 seconds, written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellafleur, but it's apparently also not a spoiler. But at the end, it's a romance book. They get together, shock horror, that's how it ends. But that happens and it then just ends. It literally have like the reconciliation scene done. And I was shocked that there was just nothing else. But apparently I don't really know classics well, so I didn't pick up on this. Apparently it's a Pride and Prejudice retelling. And apparently that's how Pride and Prejudice ends. And people always complain about the fact that it ends so abruptly. And so I'm guessing it was kind of to mirror that. But I wanted more.
Because if people complain about it, maybe then you don't want to do that too. But
yeah, but I can also see it as like kind of an homage to.
Yeah, I get it. Definitely.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's do 20 more minutes for the final sprint. Well, 18 because I started it late, but close enough. We're getting to round numbers because my mental math's bad enough as it is. think that is it. I have no idea how much I read in that because I didn't check what page I was on when we started.
I read around 16 pages again. I think that's kind of my average in these 20 minutes with this book anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what I read then, but I'm on page 75 total, which I'm very happy with. That's a solid start. That's if I keep going, I might be able to actually get most of this book done today, which would be really, really cool because I've got a good 7 more hours. I won't read for all of it, but how did everyone else do? How did everyone do? I'm really enjoying this book though. It's really interesting. We're, I think, starting to get to the point where we're like the characters are, their connections are being shown. It's the thing with like big fantasy is you meet 4 different groups of characters and it's just like I have no idea how any of you relate to each other.
Yeah, right.
There's a few connections starting to be drawn, which is interesting.
Oh, I love that.
How much people reading? 37 pages. Ro got distracted. Up to chapter 19. 10 pages. Oh dear. 36 pages. 12 pages of Cool Prince. I need to read the Cool Prince series.
It's fun.
10 pages. Oh yeah, I've seen that Jean's got a book out. I'm really interested in that.
Me too.
Finished what you need to read for Body Read. Yay. Another 20. 84 in these sprints. That's really, really great.
Yeah.
Oh yay, we'll see you again at 8. That'd be really awesome. We'll have Holly on later. So I make no guarantees for how much reading will happen in the 8 o'clock sprints because both Holly and I don't know how to shut up. So I make no promises. Okay, I like this. Cool Prince is fun. We're here for a good time and a long time. Yeah. I can see that. I feel like that could be quite fun though. I might quite enjoy that. I feel like once I finished Aquawar, if I need some more sort of FAE, evil enemies to lovers vibes, it might be a good thing to move on to.
That's a good one. And a really quick reads too.
That could be a fun vlog. Read all of them.
Definitely.
Interesting. I might regret it. 24 pages of Way of Kings. 30 pages. Very nice for 15 minutes. 10 pages.
Nice.
I still have a lot more to read. Don't we all? There is always so much more to read. It is just endless. I'm very intrigued by this series. I just see so much reference to characters from it and the tale and everything else, and I'm just like, I need to know.
It's such a classic on BookTube, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the only reason I ended up reading the ACOTAR series, because I just was so fed up with hearing about Rhysand and not knowing who it was.
Yeah. I feel like if people keep referencing it, I need to read it too.
Yeah, you have to be in the know. See, this is what I see on Twitter the whole time.
Yeah.
I need to know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I've heard we've put sprints on at the same time as someone else. It was all very last minute, so I just kind of picked times randomly, but it's fine. Lots of people can run sprints.
Yeah. Have them on at the same time.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I like Harden.
I know nothing. Right, well that I think is going to be pretty much it. Thank you all so much for joining us. I'm impressed with how much I got read actually. For adult fantasy, I did not think I'd get through that much.
Yeah, you read very fast. I had a great time.
That was good fun. Thank you all so much for joining and reading with us and all the questions and all the chat. I just love like discussing book stuff with people.
Yeah, me too. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was great. I'm sure we'll probably do more sprints and all sorts in future. Like, it wouldn't surprise me. It's just good. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for joining.
Yeah.
Bye, I guess. Bye everyone. To end, and it always takes forever to end.